So we're here in Phnom Penh, and it's a bustling city just like any other big city. I think the craziest thing is you don't really know what the city could have been. I mean, in the 70s, this place was bustling. It had transit, it had good infrastructure, there's businesses running, and then all of a sudden after the Khmer regime and everything, it fell to pieces. And who knows, this place could have been Bangkok, it could have been Kuala Lumpur. Now it's just starting to rebuild everything, and I think for the next, I don't know, 20 years or something, it's going to be something big.
We are on our way to Chung Ek, the killing fields outside of Phnom Penh, to learn firsthand about the brutality of the Khmer Rouge regime. The fields are one of many locations that the regime used to murder and dispose of their victims. In the past 35 years, Cambodia has suffered through some of the most violent history the world has ever seen. In 1975, Pol Pot and his radical Khmer regime took over the country and proceeded to systematically annihilate over 20% of the population. The killing fields became a mass grave for thousands of Cambodians who fell at the hands of the Khmer Rouge. Mass graves litter the area, and when it rains, articles of the victims' clothing and fragments of bone come to the surface. It is shocking that we are able to see the last pieces of a human being's life.
She used to play records all the time. I grew up listening to this music.
Just finished up the killing field right outside of Phnom Penh, where Pol Pot and his regime took all the prisoners that were at this place right now, S-21, and executed them. I can't even really do it justice by talking about it, but it was definitely a really somber experience.
S-21 is a former school taken over by the Khmer Rouge to be used as a torture house for thousands of Cambodians. The atmosphere of this place is utterly terrifying, and you cannot begin to imagine the terrors experienced here.
S-21 is easily the most depressing place we visited on the trip so far. It's where the Khmer Rouge kept all their victims. They kept women, men, children in these tiny little confined cells and eventually tortured and killed them. It's really surreal walking around and seeing all the small cells, looking at the floor and seeing bloodstains, seeing chains, seeing the tools of torture that were left here really only 30 years ago. And I don't think anything I say will really do it justice, but it is a very creepy place.
Cambodia has suffered a gruesome past, and after visiting, it is hard to believe the genocide is so recent. The spirit of the people is like no other. They have persevered through incredibly hard times and moved on to become warm and loving. Now that we've experienced the past, we're heading to Siem Reap to focus on the future and help out at a local orphanage.